Happy Monday and welcome to the first week of February. It is officially baby month. We're on baby watch. I could have the baby any day. I could also be pregnant until the 28th, which I think is when they would probably schedule my induction. But I just wanted to film a week in the life, but not like everyday stuff. More of like last minute baby prep. We're gonna do some like postpartum meal prepping. We're also gonna get our grocery order today for this week to the library. I have a car appointment, I have a midwife appointment. So I just kind of want to document for myself mostly, but then you guys find it interesting too. I cut my hair this weekend. It's not perfect, so don't look too close. Because we also have dear Theo, we also have to like prep for him. So I made a little cheat sheet for my in-laws because they're gonna be watching him of just like his routine. So like when he wakes up, what he eats, when he takes his nap, all that sort of stuff, meal ideas. Because I don't know if they're gonna be able to come over here and like show them everything. So like on the cheat sheet, I'm like, you know, some breakfast options are like pancakes, and the mix for that is in the bottom shelf. So I just wanna kind of go through and like either label stuff or like take photos of it. So that's what I'm actually gonna go work on now while he's playing downstairs. So like in his room, this is the dresser. So this is his side and this is the baby side. So on his side, we have all of his like tops and then like socks and then like nose sucker, nail file, that sort of stuff. So this is short sleeve, long sleeve, sweaters. Went through and I labeled them. And then this is all his bottoms and then like pajama sets, sweat sets. This is like summer stuff. And then like structured pants and then like sweatpants. And then baby stuff, they have a drawer. These are all the onesies. These are some sweaters and like one-piece thingers, sleep sack situations, swaddles, bibs, and then this is all the like newborn diaper stuff. So you want to come up here because I need to brush your teeth anyways, and then we can take a picture for them to show them how much toothpaste you need. I am 37 weeks pregnant. I'll be 38 on Thursday. It's getting real. So another thing I've been meaning to share is some of like, I just want to share some of the ways I've prepped in this video. So this is my closet, and I have so much like prep stuff up here, but I think I'm gonna move it over. This is a bag that came with my new Motif pump. It's actually a pretty good bag. So anyways, this container has all my Spectra pump and pump parts. This is my Motif pump, which I'm really excited about because I'll show you. This is literally the pump. That's our baby monitor. How great is that? So this is like a portable option. It's all charged up. And then I'm gonna get all of this like postpartum stuff, whoops, and move that over right here so it's easily accessible. And then right here is my like go bag, whatever, my hospital bag. So I have what I can pack so far in here, and then a list of like last minute stuff. How I prepped for that is I have a note on my phone. That way I can either pack it or Michael can pack it. Because we're in the like phase of it could happen any day, but it also could be an entire month. I gotta keep my hands busy because I have had hardcore nesting this pregnancy. I did with Theo as well, but I've got to keep busy or else I go crazy. Switching to my phone camera because we're gonna go pick up our grocery order. And then we're also gonna stop at the library. So let's get going. All right, just got my book actually, and now we just checked in for grocery pickup order. And so we'll drive over there and load us up. We got a big grocery order this week just because of like normal food. But then also I'm doing some like meal prepping and stocking up for once the baby gets here. So either things that I can make and put in the freezer, or, which I'll show you all this, or things just to have on hand that we know we're gonna go through, or we can like store in the pantry or freezer, things like more pancake mix, veggie burgers, veggie dumplings, like those sort of things. Once we go get the groceries and I get them home, I'll kind of talk you through what I got and why. One thing is I'm making a pot pie already this week, and so I was like, you know what, pot pie would be a good thing to make, or an easy thing to make for postpartum. Let's just like double the recipe and make a second one. So all I had to do, because I had all the ingredients already, or I was getting them, is I just had to get some more pie crust. All right, so we've got all this stuff, and I'm going to take you through kind of what's going to be for this week and what's for like meal prepping. One of them's for this week, one of them's for meal prep. This we're getting low on, and I just feel like these are good things to stock up on. Pasta sauce is a postpartum meal. Theo likes pouches. He also likes fig bars. Here's pasta noodles. Theo also likes these bars, and he likes these bars. I've got those. And then we have these protein pancakes. I've got just like loose rice, but then also these, I got a couple packs of these for postpartum meals, just because these are a lot easier than cooking normal rice. These are for enchiladas. We eat a lot of bagels, so we keep our bagels in the freezer, we keep our buns in the freezer, we keep our bread in the freezer, because I just find like it goes moldy. And then this is all either for like meal prep or meals this week. We like these veggie sausages for our breakfasts, some frozen burritos for postpartum. I get fruit every week, so I got blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries. That's kind of in my mix. Bananas, but they're super unripe. And then I've got apples in the refrigerator, some tofu for a meal. We've been having these like vegan dumplings, which are a good easy meal. Michael's gonna make cauliflower buffalo wings. That's some Tylenol for Theo. These are super lazy, but good to have on hand for when you're just like not feeling cooking. And I'm gonna be getting more of these postpartum because you still eat salad. I know it's not the greatest salad, but it's better than nothing. Pretty much it. So let's put this all away. And that is how the cookie crumbles. Will take you along as a like meal prep later this week. I don't think I'm gonna do any meal prepping today. The only meal prepping I'm really gonna do like ahead of time, besides just like normal weekly food, is I'm gonna make a second pot pie this week when I make the original one for us to eat, and I'll freeze that one. And then I need to make enchiladas and then freeze those. And then like I'm making a Moroccan like chickpea bowl, rice bowl, and so I'm gonna make the Moroccan like chickpea part first, and then just once we want to eat that, just cook up some of that. Ooh, I just got kicked. And then just cook up some of that rice. So I will be 38 weeks this week on Thursday, so in 2 days. I just like for this. Once you get to the point in pregnancy where if you go into labor, they're just gonna let you have the baby. It is just like this weird waiting game. And it reminds me of like when you're trying to get pregnant and you are reading into like every little symptom. Oh, you know, I had this pain on my left side. Does that mean I'm pregnant? Or like, you know, in this case, it's like, is this, you know, labor? Is that a contraction? Are these going to get consistent? With Theo, I had so many Braxton Hicks the last like month. More than that, it was like throughout most of my third trimester. Just like I got Braxton Hicks a lot. And with this pregnancy, like I've also gotten Braxton Hicks a lot, but also I've been getting like, it's not Braxton Hicks. It's like, it feels like period pain. Like period cramps, and that's what contractions feel like, or just like really, well, like mild period cramps all the way up to very like intense period cramps is the best way to describe it. And that's what like I'm getting those like practice period cramp contractions, and you know, they might be quote unquote real contractions, but you don't like, it's not until there's some sort of like consistency and pattern to it and you can like time it that, you know, it's actual labor. And one of my goals for this like birth and labor is just to chill out. And so with Theo, I was convinced the whole time that I wasn't in labor. It was too good to be true, blah, blah, blah. And so I was like trying to ramp it up. And then by the time I was like actually told like, no, you're in labor, you're 6 centimeters dilated, like this is happening. It was like I didn't have time to, like I was too far gone to where I couldn't get back to a point of like calming down, relaxing, because the contractions were so intense by then. And so I want to like start from the beginning of just like, you know, still moving and being active and working through the contractions and like all that sort of stuff, but not like trying to like ramp it up and make it more painful. I don't know why I was trying to make it more painful with Theo, but I was just like, it's not real unless like, I don't know. So even if I am like, oh, it could be, it's just like, I'm not gonna bother like timing stuff until I think I should be timing stuff until I'm like, maybe these like have some consistency to them. I should start timing them. So it's just like, it's such a waiting game at this point. And like, I've got everything done for work. I've got everything done at the house. I want to meal prep some this week, but like, it's not the end of the world if that doesn't get done. And so it's like, I don't have anything to do to like keep myself busy. This week, like the past couple days, I've had this weird, like, I feel drained. My body's just tired. And so I'm trying really hard to be conscious of like not pushing myself too much, like taking a lot of breaks, not doing a bunch in the day, because I don't want to be like, oh, I need to like scrub the baseboards with a toothbrush and like just exhaust myself doing 10 million different things that like would be helpful to get done, but like don't need to get done. And then like be exhausted and then go into labor and not have the energy, like not have as much energy as I could going through labor. So that's another thing to think of. So it's just like this weird like waiting game, and it's like there's this, you know, bittersweet end of pregnancy, because like this is the last time I could ever be pregnant, because we like there's a good chance we're only gonna have 2. We might have 3, but like that's gonna be like 2 years down the road sort of thing. And so like this could be my last like couple days or couple weeks of being pregnant. And so it was like, enjoy it, Victoria. But then like also you're uncomfortable and you're ready and excited to meet your baby, but then also, you know, like the shitstorm that's coming once you do have a newborn baby. And then it's just like you're not a family of 3 anymore, and like I can't give all of my like time and love to Theo, and like I know he'll be fine, and I know everyone worries about like not having enough time or love for 2 kids, but you do. And so there's just like all these competing like thoughts and emotions, and I think everyone goes through this, but it's just such a weird waiting game at this point when it like could literally happen any day. All right, so my task for this morning in preparation for baby is to switch out our travel crib to the bassinet. So this is what we had Theo in next to our bed, or like in our bedroom, for the first 6 months before we moved him in here. So anyways, I want to take this downstairs as a place to, like a safe place to put baby if like I need to put him down and I'm worried about like Theo getting at him or something like that. I'm not quite sure how gentle he'll be or won't be. Go find a good place for this bassinet to be stored. I think I'm just gonna put it in my office closet for right now. So I am making a pot pie for dinner tonight and the next couple nights, just like you always make more. And I'm gonna make a second one and freeze it for postpartum. Pot pies are made, and according to one thing I read on the internet, it's better to freeze the uncooked pie. It will last and be delicious in a month or so. All right, so it is Wednesday, and I realized something. So once a week for the past 3 weeks, I've been up in the middle of the night with like awful stomach pain, feeling super nauseous, like I wish I could throw up sort of thing, but I never throw up, unfortunately. So it happened again last night, TMI, but then in the morning, my like system clears out. And that's definitely something that they say can happen like leading up to labor, like your body's preparing itself. But it's interesting that it's happened for 3 weeks now and like nothing's come of it. Like I don't want to go into labor when I'm feeling terrible. And so like last night, as I'm like half the trash can next to me and I'm just kind of like rocking side to side and like breathing, I'm like, oh, please don't go into labor, please don't go into labor. So I looked and I was like, I'm curious to see like which day it has been, because I know it's been like once a week. And so I thought like one time it was like a Monday night, one time it was a Wednesday night, but no, it's been Tuesday night every single week. And it's not like we have Taco Tuesday or something. There's not like something that's happened every Tuesday that would like set it off. So it's literally just pregnancy. I feel like my skin's been really good this pregnancy. I had a lot of like dry patch, what I thought was eczema with Theo. And I thought I had the same thing with this pregnancy, but like these aren't zits. These are like little red dry patches. So I'm curious if after I'm done being pregnant, what I can use to clear these up, or if they'll go away on their own. I don't know who decided having a baby in February was a good idea. It literally is just snowing all the time. And I'm like, oh my god, please don't go into labor when there's like a blizzard happening. It blizzarded this morning for a bit, and I think it's finally done. Now there's more snow out there. I had my 38-week midwife appointment this morning, and I checked in with her on like where they're at currently with like COVID and COVID testing, going into the hospital like when you're in labor. My appointment was at 7:45, so I had to be there at 7:30. And so when I went upstairs to get ready at like 7, it had started to like drizzle / rain, and I knew it was gonna like rain and then start snowing. Come down, it's like snowing at this point, but not like bad. And I made it there just fine. And backing on my driveway, there's like a little layer of snow, but I went and like checked first to see how slick it was. It wasn't bad. And I kind of like, my car did a really good job of like backing out of the driveway. Coming back, I called Michael because he was like, it's getting gnarly, like let me know when you leave, blah, blah, blah. So I called him and I said, I'm not worried about the roads getting back. I'm worried about getting up into our driveway, because our driveway is literally like this. It's not long, but it's literally like this, because we only live a couple minutes away from the midwife clinic, which was really nice. So he came out and he shoveled 2 lines for like my tires, and so I try to like pull in slowly because we have such a steep driveway. I'm always so worried of like bottoming out on my car. Of course, I didn't make it up, and he's like, you're gonna have to go straight on, Victoria, and just like gun it a little bit. And so I did, and I was like kind of doing this up the driveway, but I made it up, and I was just like, don't hit his truck, don't hit his truck, don't hit his truck, and I somehow didn't. And so like my car's a champ. Anyways, midwife appointment. I was talking to her currently how it works here in Des Moines, and I know everywhere is different, every hospital is different probably. I had asked a couple months ago like how it was gonna work with like COVID in the hospital and like giving birth. No visitors, but I get Michael. Michael's the only one I want at the hospital anyways. It's kind of like a blessing in disguise to not be able to have visitors in the hospital, because it's just, we had so few visitors and it was still just like overwhelming, because you're trying to learn how to breastfeed. Your body is just like exhausted and wrecked, and especially when people just like waltz in and your like boobs are out, you're like, oh, hey. So when I go into labor, get to go into the hospital, they test you for COVID. They'll test me for COVID when we get there, and she said can take like 4 hours, but I talked to my friend who gave birth this past July, and she said that her results got back in like 2 hours. So I think they probably just tell you 4, because that's like the, you know, it can take 4 hours. So once my results come back negative, hopefully, which I wouldn't, like, I literally don't go anywhere, so that'd be crazy if I had COVID somehow, but when they come back negative, I can take my mask off for like, you know, laboring and stuff, but I have to labor and like wear a mask up until I get negative results back. Michael has to wear a mask the entire time, and I just wanted to know that, because like, just make sure like we have plenty of masks packed, and like if there's, you know, somehow something else we needed to pack related to COVID, but that's nice to know. And then also I tested positive for group B strep this time. It's not a big deal. They just give you antibiotics through your IV when you get to the hospital before you actually like push the baby out. So she said that they like to do 2 to 3 rounds of antibiotics before you actually give birth. Happy Friday. Oh man, let's get a nice ice pack. I'm gonna show you how I ice packed my ribs, because I feel like I'm being beat up from the inside. So we've got some of these like bandage things. I just go over the top of my shirt, because it's just right here because the baby, their back is right here, so their butt's up here. So every time they push to get more room, they're pushing on my poor ribs over here. On days like today, I will just walk around with one of these wrapped right here, and you take one of these and you tuck it right where it hurts. Can't even tell. So right now, I am going to do a quick little tidy of the house. It's not bad, it's just kind of from like breakfast this morning, getting ready, all that good sort of stuff. And so I like to like start and end the day with like a, you know, somewhat tidy house. And that's kind of when I do my my like main little cleanups. So I just go around and I pick up all the clutter and I kind of do a little reset. I want to deep clean the kitchen and the bathrooms before this baby comes. So I think I'm going to try to do the kitchen today, but I'm going to do some work at the moment. I'm going to either clean during Theo's nap or clean afterwards. But this room's almost done. And I kind of just want to move my body around a little bit because sitting is what kind of really eggs on the pain of the rib pain, just because you're all crunched up. I want to just move my body around for a couple minutes, clean up, and then I can like focus and my brain will be clear and stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so I got a touch of work done, like what I needed to get done. And now I'm gonna start cleaning the kitchen. I got the Go Clean Co. like cleaning handbook. The cleaning handbook, which I'm super excited about. Like, who would think that cleaning would be fun? So anyways, we're gonna do the kitchen and like it's clean, but I wanna deep clean the kitchen. I wanna deep clean the bathrooms before the baby gets here. And so how she does it is like, I'm not gonna share all the secrets obviously. But one thing she says to do is start and work clockwise around the room, so like left to right. So I'm gonna mix up a batch of like the cleaner, and then I'm gonna clear all like the counters and stuff and the shelves, and just kind of give everything like a wipe down because it needs it. And I'm so excited, I'm so ready. I love cleaning and I love like having something to do. Like, does this need to happen? Not necessarily, but like it'll be nice to like deep clean the kitchen before the baby gets here. So that's what we're gonna do right now. I'll give you a quick pan around of the situation. So she has you do things like wipe down doors and stuff, and this one is like, I don't know if you can see, it just has like food and stuff on it. I wiped down like the doors and everything before, but like, let's see, you can see all like the food and stuff in here. Theo's little like toddler stand is disgusting. That's all food particles. And this is like coffee mugs, wine, tea, random stuff that needs to find a new home, 20 million wine glasses. This is like cookbooks, Theo stuff, muffins, stove, oven, microwave, kettle, toaster, drying rack, sink. It's not that bad because like I'm pretty good at cleaning it. And then we've got fridge and coffee maker. So it's much later, but I didn't want to turn the dishwasher on. And I got the kitchen clean a while ago, but I just haven't shown you. So what I did was I started over here and I wiped the store down, wiped the light switch. I wiped all these shelves. I took all this stuff off and wiped them, scrubbed this sucker down. I love the toddler stand, but it gets so gunked up. Wiped all the cabinets down. I did a self clean on the oven. Turns out you were supposed to remove the racks, and my sister said you're supposed to pull it away from a wall. Didn't do either of those. It's hopefully fine. I took things off the counters as I went, or I just moved them, scrubbed this all down, moved this, like shifted it, because obviously I'm not gonna lift that microwave, but moved the little things and shifted that to make sure I got all the crunchies. I did inside this, look how shiny that is. Moved all this stuff, wiped it out, moved this, wiped it out, moved that out, wiped the whole sink. Cabinets, wiped the fridge off. I didn't go into the fridge because I just cleaned it a while ago. But I did do our little coffee station. I like scrubbed this guy off and the counter and like, you know, shifted it so I got underneath the machine actually. And then I also went in here and I just like just like wiped down like the doors. There was some food splatter over here because he sits right here. I'm gonna switch out the towel that goes on his chair. And then I scrubbed down his little booster seat high chair because this just gets like, you can see I even didn't get all of it. It just gets caked with food, but that's a lot better. I also went through his little basket. So I have cookbooks and then this is like Theo's basket. So all of his, and I went through and got rid of stuff or like things that need to like go up to his room and stuff like that. It's not like fully perfectly clean because I didn't do like the range or anything like that, but I got so much done. Like I mostly just wanted to get like the shelves and the surfaces and all that. Like I need to go through and like vacuum out crunchies and like drawers and cabinets and stuff. So it's not perfect, but I got a lot of things scrubbed down. Oh, and I also scrubbed this thing down because they're just like food particles get on that. But then Theo didn't nap, so we've just been hanging out, but he's been in a good mood. This weekend, I'm gonna try to deep clean the bathrooms, probably tomorrow. Get all the nooks and crannies around the toilet, under like the vanities and all that sort of stuff. Who knows what else? And that's kind of my week. It's Friday, it's like 4 p.m. and that's where we're at. So that's kind of a week 38, I mean 37, 38 in pregnancy life. Oh, the other thing that happened was Michael's parents are gonna be watching Theo when I go into labor. So they were able to come over today and I was able to just show them like where all his stuff is. Like show them like he gets this much toothpaste. These are all his snacks are, yada, yada, yada. I made them like a schedule and all that. So that made me feel really good. So I'm feeling prepped and ready. But yeah, I'm gonna just keep rambling. I'm gonna end the video here. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my little like prepping video. I wanted to do something different than just like, this is what I do every single day for the past year. Oh gosh, okay. Bye guys, thanks for watching.